Show back on NHL tonight. Schedule release show. Some of the big events on the NHL docket this upcoming season. The NHL Global Series over in Stockholm, November 14th and 16th. The Penguins and the Nashville Predators. How about the Winter Classic going down to Florida, Miami, Florida, home of the Miami Marlins, Lone Depot Park, the Rangers and the Panthers, and then the Stadium Series on the other side of the Sunshine State, Raymond James Stadium, home of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's the Bruins and the Lightning, and let's not forget the Olympics. The NHL players back in the Olympics. That'll be unbelievable to watch over in mid-February in Milan. The NHL season resumes February 25th after all those players come back from overseas. Let's talk Global Series. You were a part of that last year. Got to go over, call those games. What is that like? I know we don't take a break in the NHL regular season, but for those teams to get to go over there and experience maybe a different atmosphere overseas.
Yeah, it was fascinating for me to go. I had never gone before to one of those trips, and I went to two last year. I went to Finland, and I went to the Czech Republic. The Devils and Sabres opened the season there, and the Sabres were there a while. They had gone and played some exhibition games in Germany against some pro teams there. I think it's a great bonding opportunity. It's a great chance to give yourself a little bit of a kick point off the season. In the terms of the Sabres, it just didn't work out for them. Devils played well right up until about New Year's Day, and then they had injuries and issues, didn't play as well. You know, it was really interesting with Dallas and Florida in Finland with so many Finnish players on both sides. But the fans over there, it's amazing. They're really dialed in, and you get a lot of fans that will make the trip to go see another country as well. So I thought it was great for me. I'm glad that the league does it because we have so many fans, certainly in Scandinavia and in Europe.
All right, we've been saying it recently. Minnesota fans hate it, but the state of hockey, Florida now, it feels like, right? The last 6 Stanley Cup finals have at least taken place in either Tampa or in Sunrise. And how about this? Who would have thought not one but 2 outdoor games in Florida coming up this season? We got the Winter Classic at the home of the Miami Marlins, and then, you know, a month later, we're across the state at Raymond James Stadium for the Lightning in the Stadium Series.
I cannot wait because I love that you have these Florida teams kind of put on this pedestal, and they've been for a while. Let's just enjoy them. Enjoy these markets. I mean, we've all worked those Stanley Cup finals, whether they're in Tampa or down there in Sunrise, and the fan bases are rabid. They are incredible. They are growing at a rapid pace. The growth of youth hockey in both markets is incredible. So I love this 2 each because I think the NHL has done a phenomenal job with all these outdoor games because they reward teams. I feel like they reward teams that, you know, when you win and you become the ticket where you're watching these national games, like the good market team, that all of a sudden you get these outdoor games. It's kind of just a celebration. It's a celebration of the team. We've made it now. We've kind of got to be one of these great franchises, and these two are as good as any.
It's a celebration of the technology, too. The fact that they're able to make ice that's going to be really good enough to play on for National Hockey League players. I got a chance to go to the Lone Depot Park there in Miami during the finals this year. I was blown away. Now, the Florida Marlins, it's a challenge. They don't draw very well there at this point because teams that are struggling usually don't. But it's a beautiful park. Yeah. And, you know, it's a park that has a retractable roof, and the plan they feel is they want to have that roof open if they can for that game against the Rangers. You know, the Ranger fans will flock down there, just like the Bruin fans will flock down to Tampa. I think that's going to be a terrific sight for a game. And then you go to Tampa to Raymond James Stadium, and that's a open-air football stadium. So